Hey, what you say, food family? Mike here, and welcome back to the channel for another great culinary adventure. Today we're headed across the Pacific to one of my favorite countries, South Korea, and making some mouth-watering, delicious Korean short ribs. I'm talking about Kalbi, folks. We'll pair that with some fluffy white rice, some kimchi, of course, and I'll show you a traditional banchan, side dish, that anyone can make and pair with just about any Korean meal you're enjoying at home. Kongnamool Muchim, seasoned bean sprouts. If that sounds good to you, stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Let's get cooking. Alright folks, in order to make these mouth-watering, delicious Korean short ribs today, we need to start off with a marinade. Today I'll be using some brown sugar, some rice wine, low sodium soy sauce, a whole bunch of garlic. You can never have enough garlic. We got one onion. I'll be using about half of this Asian pear. Now if you can't find an Asian pear in your local market or Asian market, you can substitute this with like a Granny Smith apple, a regular Bosch pear, or even a quarter cup of pineapple juice will do the same. This is our tenderizing agent in this. It's a little sweetness, tenderizes the meat. It's a key ingredient, but if you can't find the Asian pear, like I said, use one of those substitutes. For our dry ingredients today, I got some gochugaru, which is the dry Korean chili powder made for gochujang, and some black pepper. Now, if you can't find the gochugaru powder, or you don't have any gochujang on hand, you can substitute that with cayenne pepper. It'll be a little hotter, so you want to do a little, maybe half the amount. And finally, we got some sesame oil. Now you can check the link in the description below for the amounts of all these ingredients, but don't worry about it too much right now. I'm gonna go ahead, we'll cut this onion up, peel and half this pear. We'll throw everything in a blender, just make a nice marinade, and we'll come right back. Alright folks, you saw in that previous clip, making that marinade is pretty simple. Toss it all in the blender, save yourself a lot of trouble. With that being said, now we can talk about the star of the show, Kalbi, the Korean short ribs. Now these Korean short ribs are different than American cut short ribs, which are typically, along with the bone, a big hunk of meat. These are cut across the bone, as you'll see. They're thin, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch typically. And you'll see the 1, 2, 3, 4 rib bones there. So these are called flanken style ribs, but in Korean they just call them short ribs. So that being said, we're going to throw these in our tub to marinate. We're going to pour the marinade over it, let this go at least 2 to 4 hours, preferably overnight. That being said, you can make this in the morning or at lunch, have them ready for the grill by the evening, but since we're going to be doing some seasoned bean sprouts that won't be ready till tomorrow anyway, I'm going to let these marinate overnight. All you gotta do is put the meat in the marinade, we'll come right back and I'll start working on that Kongnamool Muchim seasoned bean sprouts. Alright folks, welcome back. We got everything cleaned up. Those short ribs are in the fridge marinating. Now we're going to turn those around every 2 or 3 hours, give them a good shake and mix them up with some tongs just to make sure everything's evenly coated. But other than that, we can move on to making our seasoned bean sprouts side dish, Kongnamool Muchim. Now as you see in front of me, I got about 1 pound of bean sprouts. We're going to do a quick cook on these today. We're going to bring some salted water up to a boil, toss these in there for 15 to 20 seconds only. Real quick folks. Immediately drain it through a colander and right into an ice bath to stop that cooking process. It's just a quick blanch. So let me get these cooked. We'll come right back and start working on that seasoning. Alright folks, you saw in those previous clips, we quickly blanched those bean sprouts, immediately transferred them to that cold ice bath. 15 to 20 seconds is all it takes in that hot water, folks. You don't want to overcook these, you don't want them soggy. Just a nice quick blanch, so they're nice, crispy, fresh, vibrant. Now, let's season up these Kongnamool Muchim, seasoned bean sprouts. So we got a few simple ingredients we're going to be using today. We got some sesame oil, soy sauce, sesame seeds, garlic paste, and gochugaru, Korean chili flakes. Now, if you want to leave this particular one out, you can make these seasoned bean sprouts for anything you're eating that's already spicy. But since we're pairing this with Kalbi, not very spicy, not really spicy at all actually, I want a spicy side dish, so I'm putting the chili flakes in there. We're gonna toss those first ingredients together with our bean sprouts Get that all mixed, coated, looking good, and then we'll finish things off with some green onion and some rice vinegar to taste. So, nothing left to do but mix these together and make this delicious Kongnamool Muchim side dish. All right, and there you have it. Just that simple, folks. These seasoned bean sprouts will pair with just about any Korean food you're going to be cooking or enjoying at home. So all I'm going to do, put the lid on this, throw it in the fridge overnight. We'll come back tomorrow, grill those ribs, and we'll be eating good. So stay tuned. All right, folks. These Kalbi have marinated overnight. It is smelling absolutely wonderful. This sweet Korean marinade is so great on beef, folks. I tell you what, if you get a chance, give it a try, because if you're not eating this, you're just missing out on part of life. I'll tell you what. Anyway, we're going to drain off this excess marinade because it will burn on the grill. Other than that, we're going to head outside, throw these on a hot grill, 1 to 2 minutes per side. They're pretty thin. They'll cook quick. We're going to stay in that medium rare to medium level. We'll come back inside, plate these up with our seasoned bean sprouts, a little kimchi I just bought from the store, and some white rice. We'll make our delicious Korean plate, put everything together, see how it turned out. Stay tuned. All right, folks, we grilled those Kalbi off for about 2 minutes per side, 1 to 2 minutes per side, up to 3. Got it to about a medium rare to medium level, still a little red in the middle. That's just how we want them, so they're nice, tender, juicy, and delicious. I can't wait to dig in here. I plated it up with our seasoned bean sprouts, Kongnamool Muchim, and some white rice, and some kimchi, of course, because it's not a Korean meal unless you throw in some kimchi. It is store-bought. I'm a little lazy today. We're not making that. We just did the seasoned bean sprouts and the Kalbi, the beef ribs, sorry. So let's dig in. I can't wait anymore. I'm so excited. I'm stumbling over my words. So let me grab these chopsticks here. Pick my plate up. Oh, it's looking so delicious. We'll start off with our bean sprouts. Nutty, yet delicious. A little bit of spice from that gochugaru, that Korean chili powder we put in there, but still refreshing. Almost like a palate cleanser, like a pickled ginger in Japanese food. Very delicious, though. Let's move on. I can't wait anymore. I've gone ahead and sliced our beef into individual little rib bone pieces. I'm just going to gnaw off like a caveman here. Absolutely tender, juicy, delicious, full of umami flavor. We absolutely nailed the cook today, folks, too. Check this out. I'll throw this close up to the camera for you. You look right in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Just a little bit of pink in the middle. Perfectly charred outside. Amazing, folks. You cannot beat this Korean short ribs. Kalbi. You can spell it Galbi, Klbi. It doesn't matter. It's absolutely amazing. And you should learn to make these yourself for your friends and your family at home. So be sure to check the link in the description below. That will see you on my website with the recipe to create today's menu we made here today. Obviously, I can't stop before we try that kimchi, though, because, you know, don't anybody call me a poser. I'm not eating Korean true. I love it, folks. If there's anything on this plate I'm not a big fan of, that's just the plain white rice. Boring, no flavor, just fills you up, and it's no fun. Love the kimchi, though. It's great for your gut bacteria and your health. Fermented cabbage. It's like sauerkraut if you're not familiar with it, but imagine a spicy version. Goes with everything Korean. It's going to be next to every meal you ever eat, whether it's made by cabbage, radish, or cucumbers. They make several different versions. Even green onions, very delicious too. The green onion kimchi. But that being said, you need to make this meal. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you like or did not like about how I did this here today. Obviously, this is kind of a white guy version. You may want to tweak a little bit. You can add ginger into that marinade for those Korean short ribs, that Kalbi. I just kind of forgot it. It's actually in my original recipe, but, you know, things slip your mind sometimes when you're trying to film a video and do this or that. But Hey, it happens. But if you like this kind of content, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment, like I said below. Tell me, give me ideas of kind of, the Korean foods you enjoy eating, your favorite things. Obviously, bulgogi is a popular one. Bibimbap, budae-jjigae. There's so many great Korean meals. I'll be cooking them for you coming up soon in future videos. So be sure to click that notification bell so you know when I put out my next great cooking video for you. But other than that, folks, until next time, Mike here signing off. Just keep cooking.